Thank you so much. Uh, let's get started with our sessions today. So we are going to talk about the extended reality and some toolkit that is available at the Unity that's coming alongside with the Unity Package Manager. You know, the extended reality, you can use it with anything, be it in augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, and all those stuff. So it's just a toolkit that enables the developer to have a set of an integration of all aspect that is required, you know, when you're trying to build the mixed reality or augmented or virtual reality or all those stuff. So that's basically what XR Toolkit are doing. So it's like it has simplified a lot of work. So there's no need for you to create stuff from the beginning. So it just provides you with the basic guideline, basic tools that can quickly help you to build something. So you can just imagine when you want to build um, um, an app or virtual reality games, you know, you need to configure, or you need to consider things like setting your interaction system, you know, setting it from scratch, having some movements in and there and all those stuff. So there's some basic things that requires developers to have at every point when you're building games or when you're building apps based on AR or VR stuff. So XR has added a lot of advantages, and currently XR Toolkit is in preview, but we are going to see on how an XR Toolkit can help you, you know, to quickly build an interactive application or interactive system that's running on AR or VR stuff. So that kind of advantage has simplified the work in terms of saving time, saving hours for somebody to add the basic requirements for your application. So without wasting my time, so let me just start, because I'm trying to work with this stuff to see, you know, maybe I think I can just start from the beginning. I think that's basically what I like to have, instead of, you know, giving you some set of scenes that I've been playing with. But definitely, this is just an environment. You can just get it directly from the asset store. So the first thing that I'd like to talk about is how can I get started with XR? That's the first thing. So basically, that's obvious. You need to go to the package manager, and you search first for something we call an XR management. Cool. You know, maybe you can select all packages. XR. Oh, my internet's working. It's okay. So this is the XR plugin management. I've already installed version, the latest version. So I've already installed. So this is the first step. Then the next thing, you need to have an XR Interaction Toolkit. But before that, you need to select show the preview packages. So once you select the preview packages, you can be able to see the XR Interaction Toolkit right here. Then you install the latest version. So that's it. Then you also need to have an Oculus XR plugin that I've installed, the latest one. So it's not currently at preview, it's already verified. So you can just install it, and that's it. So these are the three major plugins that I've installed on my in my projects. That's it on the package side. So the next thing is the configuration. How exactly are you going to configure your project before starting, you know, developing your projects further from that? So first of all, you need to go to the project settings. Going to the project settings, you go under the XR plugin management. So for my first time, I didn't see an Oculus device selected. So it was like, you know, nothing here was selected. So you need to make sure if you are using Oculus. So in this case, I'm using Oculus. So if you're using Oculus Quest, Oculus Go, it all depends. So you can just select. So I'm not using an augmented reality or Unity HMD. Then, and that's it. So if you go here, the Oculus, this is for the Oculus Quest. It's requiring the V2 sign-in only for Quests. So if you're using Go, then nothing will happen. So yeah, cool. So that's it. This is the second step of configuring your project setting by enabling the Oculus during the startup. So once the XR will start up, then it will automatically select that one. Then the third thing, you need to go to build settings and make sure you select an Android as the platform. Then you switch the platform to an Android because your target platform, because you're going to build it on the Oculus Go. Then you select the player settings. So when you select the player settings, this is the thing. So you need to configure the basic things for your projects. So the main thing that I'm just gonna talk about here is the graphics API. So make sure on OpenGL is your fast graphic API, but you can also remove the Vulkan. It's okay. So the main thing that the graphic API that you're going to use, because you're using Android, then you're going to have OpenGL, OpenGL graphics API. That's it. So the next thing is now you are ready to go. You can configure your environment. So let me just save this environment. I have some set of scenes, some examples of scenes that I can use it here. For example, I can just have this scene. Yep. So I don't know. I can have some, and maybe we can select another thing. Cool. I think I can just use this environment. It's basically an environment. So that's it. So suppose now we want to have to set up the entire process of our XR plugin on how it can run on our device. So I don't know if I can enable my video again. Let me try to see. So because I just wanna, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's really okay. Cool. So let me just select everything here. Okay. Maybe I can just create simple game objects, and I can call them environments. Environments. And I can just select everything here. So these are basically my environment. So it doesn't matter whatever the environment you have. I just want to keep things simple on our screen. That's it. Let me save this thing. Cool. So after installing the XR tools, you're going to see the XR installed here. So you have some set of things here, stuff you can have. So I'm just going to have our camera because we don't have camera in our environment. So let me just go to the game object. Oops, we have a camera here. Okay, so there's no need. Maybe you can delete this camera. I don't know. We can just add it so that you know, it will automatically delete that stuff. So you can select XR, and I'm just going to select the room scale XR rig. That's it. So it has automatically deleted the existing camera, and it has replaced a new camera of a virtual reality camera that's coming with the XR rig, and that's it. So inside the XR rig, we have some set of components inside the camera offsets. So if you're using Oculus Quest, you know, you have both a left and right hand controller. So basically today, going to use an Oculus Go because I have Oculus Go on my side, but if you are using Oculus Quest, then it will basically accept. So my Oculus Go is configured to use the right-hand controller. So I'm not going to use the left-hand controller, so I'm just going to disable this one because I don't want that one right now. Okay, cool. Then the next thing, we're going to set up some basic components here. So this is the XR rig. So we need to have the basic locomotion movement, locomotion system. We need to have it. And we also going to grab the XR rig here. Then we're going to have the teleportation, some stuff with the teleportation provider. And we also, it requires a so basically during the runtime, this thing is going to just fill itself with the XR rig. Or for example, we can just say none. And if I select play, let's just see what's going to happen here. The XR rig and the system. Yeah, so it's automatically filling itself with this XR rig that we have that we already added on our hierarchy. But yeah, but I usually like, grabbing it directly and having it there. Yep, oh, sorry, this is the locomotion movement. So the next thing that I'm going to have it here is the snap provider. So this is the snap turn provider. And I'm just going to, have a locomotion system here. Yep, that's it. So this is just the basic configuration of setting up the things that are going to run on your virtual reality system. So the good thing about the XR, it can run on any VR, any device. So that's the good thing, the integration system. In the recent time, I used to download the Oculus integration, and sometimes I end up, building a lot of stuff, I had to rewrite things from scratch. It doesn't provide a fast-hand integration, or the fast-hand or the basic thing that I want to have in my scene. So thanks to the XR built by Unity, things are now as simple as that. I've not even, I did not even code anything. So it's basically a matter of selecting things, adding things on, and setting things as part of your components on your game object, and that's it. Okay, cool. So the next thing, so the first thing that we want to set on our scene, we just want to move around our scene, setting some basic locomotion movement using the teleportation. Then the next thing, we can just, interact with these objects here, grab them with our controller, with our hand controller. So I'm just going to create here a new game object. I can just call it teleport points. Teleports points, some stuff like that. Then maybe we can have a set of teleportation point here. Maybe what if we use this log? You can see here. Maybe I just want this one. Good. But you can have some set of, you can set the teleportation area, whatever you want to teleport. So there are two kinds of teleportation here. So if I go to XR, you can see there's a teleportation area and the teleportation anchor. So the teleportation area is basically, it allows you to move in a particular area freely. But for the teleportation anchor, it's only allow you to move in that, to teleport in that area, just for once. You don't have, to move it, to move through the points. It's just basically an anchor, a particular point. So you can just move freely, just, like the teleportation area. So that's the little bit difference about the teleportation area and the teleportation anchor. So you can just set it on our scene here. But I'm just going to, the Z axis is conflicting. I'm just going to have it here. setting the things up just like that. Okay, so maybe I will have to copy the component of that one so that I can just paste the component value on where it is. The same with our XR rig. We can, move it around there. Yeah, somewhere there. Actually, there's something I've noticed here. I don't know if we have a first person here. Let me just try to find if we have a first person controller here. I don't want this one for now. I don't want that one for now. I can just get rid of that. Save the scene. This is the XR rig camera offset. So, okay, so we don't have camera here. Maybe let me just try to set again the camera, because I think there's a little bit of conflict.
The camera offset. Can we change the tag to main
camera?
But it's
okay.
not a camera.
Okay.
When you added the...
Okay, let me just try to have another XR room scale XR. Yeah, this is coming with another camera. It's basically just the same, because I've noticed, it's supposed to delete the camera that is available on your scene, but in this case.
Oh yeah, it added a main camera.
Yeah.
But earlier she didn't add because FPS controller was the main camera.
Yeah, so that's the main problem. So yeah, cool. Okay, so this, okay, we can just, okay, let's just get rid of that. It's basically the same thing. Okay, cool. I don't want to have that one. This is our right hand. That thing is okay with that. This is our main camera. Maybe I can just set this thing now up and maybe move our this a little bit there. Somewhere there should be okay. Yes. Yep. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm selecting the camera instead of the rig. Sorry. Let me just select the entire rig. Yeah, I think that's okay. We are having a good point with that. I think this is okay for us. Okay, cool. So what's our mission? We want to maybe to move around our scene. Maybe we can set some teleportation points to move around our scene. Maybe I can just use anything. Maybe I can just use these logs. I think so. It's okay with me. You can set the teleportation area to be at this point, at this particular point. That is a track, and another one there. But before that, we need to have, we need to set some components here, like currently we have a mesh collider. I can just have the convex there, and we can set things like the teleportation area script. So it has some set of events where we can have we can just have, so for example, on hover, on exits, on selected end, and all those stuff. So you can just basically have your own events here or whatever you have. So yeah, cool. So, and there's a custom reticle. I don't have it currently. Maybe you can just try it later to see how custom reticle works. And the teleportation provider, I'm not going just to select it currently. Just going to fix it later. But for now, let's just have this one. It's basically a prototype. Yeah, cool. Maybe I can select this trunk down. Yeah, I can just place it right here, the teleportation area, so that I can select more things from that point. And then I can have maybe an interactive element where once I'm going to hover it, we can see that we have already hovered on them. So maybe, what do you think? We can, when we're going to hover onto this game object, maybe we might want to, glow or rotate or some stuff like that. At least the user can be able to see that we are interacting with this game object here. So I have prepared something. Maybe I can just add on that as a script. It's called rotate script. Basically, it's a simple script where I'm just going to rotate it along y-axis at every second once you hover on this game object, something like that. So let me show you this script. I have it here. So I've just prepared it, a simple one where it's going to rotate this game object. And yeah, these are the events where we are going to use it in our teleportation area events. Okay, cool. So with that, we can just go to the teleportation area. On hover enter, we can just have it, and on exit, we'll just stop. So when you hover on this one, you can just rotate it, and when we exit the hover, then we'll just stop it. That's it. You can just select the trunk here that has this rotate script, and you can say rotate points. And the same, I can just drag the trunk here. I can select functions and stop the rotation. So stuff like that to add the interactivity in our scene. Then you can just duplicate this one, the entire scene. There's something we call as long as we have the collider, because our controller, it's automatically coming with the ray interactor. So basically, let me just try to have a ray interactor in our scene. If I select it here, it's coming with all of this, the line renderer and the XR interaction line visuals, where, so basically I don't have to have this one because I've just, the right hand and the left hand controller is coming with the same thing. So there's no need for us to have this here, unless you want, to create you have your own avatar, then you can just have, to include the ray interactor in those hands. So this was the same thing that's having here. You can just change this invariant color, but I'm just going to jump onto this shortly. But before that, let's set at least some teleportation areas. And this is our first rank. I can just duplicate it, duplicate again. So I'm going to set the next teleportation area, maybe somewhere there. But teleportation is depending on the maximum. If you select the right hand controller, there's some things here we need to consider. For example, the XR ray interactor, or for the XR controller, first of all, let me just start with this point. We have the controller node and the selected usage. So I'm just going to, this is the controller that is using the right hand. And if I want to select the usage so that I can be able to teleport, since I'm using Oculus Go, I can just use the trigger button that can help me, to move around, right? I can easily quickly, I can press trigger button easily. And the next thing that I would like to talk about is the maximum ray distance. This is the line type that you're going to see. It's a very straight line. We can select it to have a projectile curve, and you can set some velocity and different sample frequency that you want to have. So now I'm just going to use the straight line. I also have a Bezier one. You can just edit, the way you want to have your XR ray interactor. So for now, let me just have the straight line, and I'm just going to maybe increase my maximum raycast distance to around maybe, I don't know, 50, 60 there. Or maybe let me have this 70 so that it can reach somewhere. Or maybe we can have it 80. So it's just a maximum raycast distance. So this raycast is, should be able to fall on this teleportation area, and the teleportation area must have a collider so that it can work. So definitely we have a mesh collider, and they have enabled the convex so that so that it can fit it smaller. You can have convex or not convex and stuff like that. So make sure at least your teleportation area is having this collider. Otherwise, it won't work. Raycast must have a collider. Okay, cool. So we have done with that. I think that's basically the first thing we can just we can set up. The first thing, this basically can just teleport. So then let's just test on what's going to happen on my Oculus device. So I'm just going to select build settings. Let me add the open scene here. Okay, cool. And this is my Oculus. And let me select build and run. Select save. Place it. That's it. So this is the first thing. Let's just test and see what will happen. So maybe if you have any question, because it's just the beginning, we are just beginning to use the XR toolkit. It's currently in preview. The thing that I like about the XR toolkit, it just saves you a lot of time and a lot of effort. That's a very big deal. So if you're planning to build any kind of an XR application, be it AR, VR, I really encourage you to start using XR, because things are now simplified. So yours is to build the content, and that's it. So if you have any questions, let me know. As you're waiting for this mesh, the build to build a project so that you can be able to see an Oculus device. Okay, cool. So in the meantime, wait for the to compile all of stuff. So you can be able to see my screen, right? So this is my VR. Yeah, cool. So I think I see what's going on here. Cool. So if you can be able to see my screen, it's just a basic environment setup. So maybe I need to, oops, I can see my controller is just above me. So, but the cool thing, I can just, select the area that I just want to teleport. Let me just go back again. You can see we have some problems with our settings. So this is the XR Interaction Manager, the XR rig. Where is it? Okay, cool. So let me you can maybe set the position on the y-axis and the z or some stuff like that. Maybe you can have it to be around 77 there. Maybe I can increase maybe 10 or 11 there, some stuff like that. The XR. See that if we're going to, have a good way, or for the XR, maybe you can have minus, or let me just reduce it a little bit. Okay, this one is working okay. and can have Z1 77 down there. Yeah, cool. You can just have it right there. Select thing so that, or basically you can just have our, yeah, somewhere there. Cool. So with our teleportation, these are teleportation area. Oh no, 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 no. I think I just made a mistake. This one should not be, remove these components. Our track should be working. 3, 2, 1. It's okay. This is the teleportation area. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, can you separate the track 2 and 3 and 4, like in different areas of the map?
Yeah, I've already done that. I think it's okay. We have that the first teleportation area. The second one is there. Oh, sorry. We have, can just select the third one there. So start with that one there. Yep. And the fourth one we can just put down there. Let me delete this one because not, okay, cool. The other one there. Yeah. Then let me just review it again if my settings are correct here. I don't have anything because I've already selected teleportation area. Okay, cool. I think it should be able to work. And it's the point, we don't need to have this, it's okay. The teleportation area. Just want to keep my hierarchy clean as possible. Let me just try to build it and run again. But the thing with the Oculus Quest and Oculus Go, I don't know if any one of you have tried to build anything with that, any stuff with that, because every time I need to test my project, I need to build it. If you have any plugin that can help me, that can help anyone who's really willing to build stuff with the Oculus Go or Oculus Quest, instead of building it every time, I can just play and and start seeing things on my editor. I think that will be very good. I don't know if you guys have any plugin associated with that, because I've tried to Google and try to see the Unity website and the Oculus website if they have that package or that set of tools that can help someone to play instead of building it every time that you want to test your project. That's the major disadvantage with this. But if you have a VR stuff that's running from your PC, things like Windows Mixed Reality or Oculus Rift or Oculus Rift S, I think that will be good. Yep. So yeah, cool. Let me try again to see. Let me open. Okay, good. So you can see my screen. Okay, nice. Yep. But we have a problem. Some are rotating. I don't know. This basically on the script. I'm just going to fix it again. But our raycast is working okay. But I don't know what's happening here. Let me try to fix it again. Okay, cool. It's working. This one is working. This one is working. Okay. 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 Cool. Yeah. Okay, so we go again to our XR rig. Okay, the thing here, let me add some components that I guess we're missing here. We can have teleportation. First of all, I can have teleportation provider that can quickly help me to have it here, and you can have locomotion system, and the some stuff, some snap provider. That's it. Then I can select the teleportation. You can just fix it. It's not necessary for you to. Okay, it's not that necessary, but let me just drag and drop the XR rig to my locomotion system. I'm just going to fix all of this stuff so that it can be able to give us the functionality of movement around the scene in our room scale of XR rig. So, okay, cool. Then let me fix these issues of so right-hand controller there, camera offset. Okay, setting it exactly like 0, 0. Right there. Right there is okay. I think it's okay. Cool. Let me just save it. Build and run again. So I hope you can be able to see what I'm doing. Yeah. So if you have any question, you can just jump and ask. So I just want the basic movement to work. Then next we'll add some interactivity. Maybe you can grab an object, throw it with a particular velocity. So you can imagine, have not coded anything. It's just about setting your stuff, adding the component to game objects like the XR. It's basically just like that. There's no much you can do. Yours is just to focus on the content that you need to build. So they introduced this XR Interaction Toolkit last year during Unite Copenhagen. So currently it's still in preview. Cool, so let me run it again. Just I'll be able to see on my screen. Okay. So let me just, it's loading. Oops, we need to set, but it's okay, it's moving. We can be able to move, at least we can teleport.
Yeah, at least it works.
At least it works, but I don't know.
But it reports you at the exact point of the object, like in the center.
Yeah. So I can't even see the log, but it's okay. That's what I want actually. But at least it's working. So let me fix this. Let me fix.
We can just scale the object.
Okay. So, okay, the object, like, what do you mean?
We can scale it in the y direction, and I think it will teleport you further above, and it will look normal, I think.
Like, as like the camera or the...
No, the objects where yes, exactly, the trunks. Yes, the trunk. We can scale them in the
so
y.
I just want to, but I want to fix this camera offset thing, because it's the main camera, we have it here. fast camera. Can I just, because let me just try to do that again. So you mean like fixing the positioning aspect or the
No,
teleportation area?
exactly. The teleportation area, we can adjust it with the scale of the trunks, I
The
think.
scale of the trunks.
Just
Uh,
scale the trunk and it will adjust the position where you can teleport.
okay, cool.
I think.
Okay,
I hope.
okay, okay, cool. Um, Let me just try to. Okay, we'll consider your option again if this one doesn't work. I don't know if it's about the camera thing or. I don't have any issue with the teleportation area. I just want my right hand controller and the camera to be at the same position because the controller is just above my camera. That's the main thing I'm trying to work on that. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the problem because you feel the you feel it because you have
Yeah, I feel it.
the Oculus, but
Mhm.
I didn't see the controller when you teleported. When you teleport, there's no vision of the controller.
Yeah, yeah. There's no vision of the controller. I didn't add that one because I can, it's just an avatar. I can just add that one. Let me just first to see. Okay, cool. Let me just try to see the game. Okay. I hope. I hope. So what's next about after this? We can uh, maybe we can see or we can try to see on how we can interact with the objects, grabbing things, having UI, how we can interact with the UI or the UI canvas. I think that's it uh, for this project. For this, just simple a demo workshop. Okay, cool. If you have any suggestion, okay, cool. Let me just try to see um, how it's working again. I hope run again. Sure. Cool. Mhm. Okay. Loading. This is better. Can can you see that? At least this is better. So I think it's about my
Yes,
camera.
much better. Yes.
Not much better, but at least I can say, okay. Mm-hmm. Not that much better, but at least I can say, let me just try to improve. Yep. Okay. Okay, cool. So this is just a demo prototype, basically it shows you how you can teleport around the area. You can set your own things there, some shader, you can add some shader effects, the destinations, and all those stuff. So it just depends on what you want to have, because it basically, it's up to you on what you want to create. So it's basically, it's a prototype. So yeah, so maybe I can just fix it again. So you think it's a teleportation thing, scaling it down? Okay, I can just select all of them.
Wait, actually, you just fixed it.
Yeah, I've
You
just
don't need
fixed
to
it.
scale anything. It was perfect now.
Yeah, but let me just try to scale it down a little bit, at least so that yeah, this one is better,
Mhm.
much better. Um, my camera is my camera. Let's see. Again, if you
Hussein,
can just hello.
Hussein. Yes,
Yes.
hello. It would have been better if you have expanded the the home space area.
Sorry, come again.
The home space area, maybe to expand the ground a little bit more so that when you are doing the teleportation demonstration,
Mm-hmm.
the teleportation can be visible. Maybe I think I was not able to see, but I think I saw. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the problem exactly? Because I don't get your point. You mean like we
He
can
mean the
add?
environment, yeah, just expanded to feel more comfortable to teleport. I think that's
Yeah.
what
Okay,
he meant.
okay, cool.
Yeah. That's my point.
Okay, sure. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks for that. Now let's try to have some interactable things here. What if we try to grab um, these boxes here? Maybe you can just select. Oh, sorry, it's a set of box. So it's a set of things here. This is what I want. Maybe can select stuff here. So let me just try to do it somewhere there. Let me scale it down again. I think this one can try to grab this one so that we can interact with the environment. Okay. Um, what is this? Okay. Barrel two. Yeah, so maybe we can add an interaction XR grab interactable. So it will definitely come with the rigid body components. Um, so this rigid component is using the gravity. So maybe we can set our plane to have, can also have the gravity, rigid body. And we're going to use it's kinematic. And our mesh collider, since this is a plane, let me just remove this one. We can have a box collider. Make sure the is trigger is not selected because this one is using gravity. So let me just try to run. But before that, let me just try to bring to, have it there. Create, can call it object reactables. Then bring these variables here. That's it. Then it's using gravity, XR interactable. Then you can set the settings here. The throw velocity 1.5. Maybe we can just start with this one. I can duplicate it. We can increase the velocity again to around 2.5. But let me try to position it again somewhere there. Basically, yeah, cool. Let me make it so the smaller it is, then the higher the velocity of throwing it in the space. Yeah, cool. That's it. Let's try to see. As long as we have our array in our right-hand controller, all of these properties, then it will definitely work. Our XR interaction line visuals, the visualization, and the XR array interaction. As long as we have these components in our right-hand controller, then it will definitely work. It should supposed to work. Yeah, which should collider. Cool. Save the scene and let's try to see what will happen. Let's build this, build and run. Let's see what will happen.